All right. Hello and welcome, everyone. So today we are going to be doing another video on Genshin, and we are going to be discussing probably the most important topic across this entire game as a whole, and that is how does the gacha in this game work? How is it monetized? How is it monetized, and what is the value of doing a bunch of different things in this game, whether that is paying or not paying for it? So let's jump into this. First and foremost. Let's look at these banners. So these banners are going to be the primary way that I would say most people are going to spend money in the game, and it is the main form of monetization in the game. This is what the developers want you to spend your money on. I am not going to go into in this video whether or not like there should be gacha or like why gacha exists or anything like that. If you guys would like a video on that, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to make one. But we're just going to be going over how all this stuff works, and that's pretty much the whole thing. So first and foremost, let's look at these. We have a character banner where we have Zhongli, the new character, and we also have Xinyan, Chongyun, and Razor, with Xinyan being new. So we have this as our character banner, and then we have a weapon banner with 2 5-star weapons and a plethora of rate-up 4-star weapons. And then we have our standard banner where there are no rate-ups, but a wider variety of things available in the banner. But none of the exclusive items, such as Xinyan and Zhongli and these 5-star weapons, are available in the standard banner. The other primary difference between the standard banner and the special ones is that the standard banner uses Acquaint Fates, and both of the other banners use Intertwined Fates. This is a small difference, but it will be notable later on. So, if we look at how this works in general, we can look at the details here, but let's just read what's on the banner right now. Standard Wish. Every 10 wishes is guaranteed to include at least one 4-star or higher item. Standard wishes have no time limit. Few details for more. So, every 10 wishes is guaranteed to include at least one 4-star or higher item. This text is on all of these, and I want to clarify what this text means because it can be a little confusing, as down in the bottom right here, you can see that we can do a wish times 10 or a wish times 1. So, every 10 wishes just means exactly that. Every 10 wishes. Not the 10 wish, but every 10. It does not matter if you do 10 single wishes or 1 10 wish. In 10 wishes, at least one of those items is guaranteed to be 4-star or greater whenever you wish on any given banner. So, the difference between a times 1 wish and a times 10 wish in the vast majority of the time is that the times 10 wish is faster. We are going to talk about a way that you should be using single wishes versus 10 wishes in a moment, but in general, these are the exact same probability, so you shouldn't just be spamming times 1 wishes if you're planning on putting in 120 wishes or something, because that's just needlessly slow, and there's really no reason for you to do that, especially if you are spending Acquaint Fates, which can only be spent on this banner anyway. Just toss them all in. With that, though, let's look at the details here to see kind of how this works. So, the base probability of winning a 5-star item is 0.6%, and the base probability of winning a 5-star character and base probability of winning a 5-star weapon are both 0.3% each. The consolidated probability of winning a 5-star item is 1.6%, and you are guaranteed to win a 5-star item at least once per 90 attempts. So, this consolidated probability, including your guarantee at 1.6%, this is due to there being a sort of soft pity, where as you get closer to 90 attempts, your chance to get a 5-star item continues to increase. So the closer you are to 90 attempts, they are trying a little bit harder to give you that 5-star item before you actually hit pity. So that's very important. Most of the banners are going to look a lot like this. For 4-star items, the base probability of winning a 4-star item is 5.1%, and then characters and weapons are divided into 2.55% each, and then the consolidated probability is 13%, including the guarantee, and guaranteed to win a 4-star above item at least once per 10 attempts. So this once per 10 attempts is the in 10 wishes you will have a 4-star. Basically, the breakdown is that 5 stars have a 90 roll pity, and 4 stars have a 10 roll pity, and you can use this to your advantage. We're not going to go over Masterless Star Glitter or Masterless Star Dust. Basically, these are just extra things you get for getting the same item multiple times, essentially. And duplicate characters is the same thing here. So we can see what is in these different drops. So we have 10 weapons and we have 5 characters. So we know that weapons and characters are separated and they both make up 0.3% of that 0.6% initial drop rate. So if we're going to get a 5-star character or weapon in this, we know that the characters have essentially, when you get a 5-star item, a 10% chance to be the item that you get. And each individual weapon has a 5% chance each to get that individual weapon. So now you know your rates from your standard banner on which characters or what you're more likely to get versus characters and weapons. Whereas you're twice as likely to get Kaching as you are to get the Amos bow, for example. And then for 4-star items, these are also split between, but it's they're split evenly across all of these different items. And the characters make up 50% and the weapons make up 50%. No real need to go into this. You can count them all up and do that stuff yourself if you'd like for the 4 stars. I think most people are more concerned about the 5 stars, so I'm just going to be glossing over that. And that's how the standard wish works. And since there is no other use for Acquaint Fates, you're going to toss them all into here, and when you toss them into here really doesn't matter unless you feel like they're going to add more characters to the standard wish, which likely at some point they will. So if you don't want anything that is in this standard wish, it is probably smart to hold off. Now, let's talk about the wish that most people are probably going to utilize, which is the specific character banner, in this case, Zhongli. So, in this, things change a little bit. It still has the every 10 items 4 stars, but the items that you're going to get within that change their rates a little bit. So, Zhongli makes up 50% of the 5-star drop table, and the 4 stars make up 50% of the 4-star item table as well. But there are additional increases to your chances to get these items that are very important. So if you look down here, you can see the 0.6% and the 90 attempts where pity remains the same. And you can see that pity remains the same on 4-star items as well in this banner. So those two things are the same. The really important changes here is that there is a 50% chance that whenever you roll a 5-star item the first time, you will get Zhongli. However, if the first 5-star character you win in this event is not Zhongli, the promotional character, then the next 5-star you win is guaranteed to be the promotional character. That is extremely, extremely important because it means if you roll 180 times, you are absolutely guaranteed to get the 5-star that is on that banner. Now, very quickly, we're going to do a breakdown of how much that costs, just so you know. If you're planning to definitely get a 5-star character, you need to know how much that actually realistically could cost you, because 180 rolls, if we are buying them in the most efficient way possible, we can go out here into the shop. In USD, at least, we have the $100 pack, and I'm not going to be counting any of the bonus, like the first-time bonuses you get here, because realistically going forward, most purchases are not going to have that bonus. So the highest bonus that you can get without like the first-time bonus is the $100 pack, which is going to give you, for $100, 8,080 gems. 8,080 gems basically breaks down to 50.5 rolls. So basically, $100 is going to give you 50 rolls, meaning that each roll basically costs you essentially $2. So if each roll costs you $2, then we can surmise that if we're going to do 180 rolls, that the maximum cost of any given 5-star on banner, in terms of characters on banner, is going to cost $360 US. So that is obviously very high. But due to the soft pity stuff that I mentioned briefly, and also, just how chances work in general, usually you are not going to hit the 90 roll pity, but that is where the guarantee lies, is at $360. So that's basically what you have to value any individual character that you want, because you can't guarantee that you're going to be lucky on any given banner. You could be extremely lucky and roll one time, which would make the value of the character $2, but that's unrealistic, just given the probability of getting the character at base. With that being said, I will say that $180 will give you a 50% chance to get the new character. So there is also that that's $180 less than $360, but that is what it is. So also worth noting in here, because these 4-star characters are rate up and people will want to go for them fairly often, we are going to talk about getting those as well. So the first time you win a 4-star item in this event, in which there's a 50% chance it will be one of the featured characters, which means that these 3 characters share that 50% chance, meaning that they each individually on your first roll of a 4-star item have a 16.6 repeating chance to be the item that you acquire. And then if the first 4-star item you win in this event, which is not one of the featured characters, the next 4-star item you win is guaranteed to be a featured character. So basically, every 20 rolls, you are 100% guaranteed to get one of the 3 4 stars on rate up. Just like general sort of baseline statistics here, if you really want all of the 4 stars on banner in general, you're going to have to roll about 120 times to pretty much guarantee that you're going to have one of each of these characters, which is, of course, also going to guarantee you a 5-star item in that banner, and which can be the actual character on banner as well, but is also over $200. So please also keep that in mind. With that being said, the chance breakdown is pretty simple. If we go down here and look at this, Zhongli makes up 50% of the drop table, and these other characters make up 50%, so they each have the same 10% chance that they had in the other banner. However, it is worth noting that because these other characters' drop chance is 10% in both banners, because 50% of the 5-star rolls in this banner in general are going to be the character that is on banner, these characters statistically are actually slightly more likely for you to get them in the other banner. So if you really are trying to roll and the only character you want is Chi-Chi, then the standard banner is technically going to be better for that. That being said, you can also do the same stuff here. Like, these 3 characters make up 50% of the drop table. You can suss out just how much these rates are for every other character, and you can do all that stuff. That's just for the 4 stars. I just wanted to talk briefly about those. The only other thing that we're going to really quickly go over with these banners is that the weapon banner, and I will point out very specifically for this weapon banner, do not roll on it, because the 5-star weapons and the 4-star weapons, well, this is just my opinion, of course, they're not particularly good. There's like a lot of like not great weaponry here, so please do not roll on this banner. I will say the previous weapon banner was pretty good if you wanted some quality 4-star weapons, but obviously that is over now. So things change a little bit on the weapon banner. So let's look at the details here. So we have these 2 5-star items, and these are 75% chance, and the 4-star item drops are 75% chance here as well. So you have above 50% odds to get the weapons that are on banner in a weapon banner, which is a huge part of the reason that you should not be rolling on this particular weapon banner. With that, also, the probability of getting these 5-star items in the weapon banner is actually higher, and the pity is lower. So once per 80 attempts, you are going to get a 5-star item. And then for the 4-star items, there is also a 10 pity. So there's a greater chance of you getting a 5-star item, but the same chance, essentially, of you getting the 4-star items. So that's really important here, and like the weapon banner in this case is not very good, but if you only want weapons, there are only weapons here. I would tell you to wait for some other banner and not roll on this one. I just wanted to point out that the chances on this banner are technically better for 5-star items, but just none of it can be characters. Much like on the character banner, none of your 5 stars can be weapons. So there's that stuff kind of broken down, how it works in the wishes. And I want to also talk about one really specific thing, and that is trying to use pity to your advantage and use that character guarantee to your advantage, because pity rolls over on these banners. So if you are rolling on the Zhongli banner and you do not want Zhongli, if you, for example, just got a 5-star from the previous banner, but you do want these 4 stars, you can roll, I would say, roughly 40 to 50 times on this banner, and generally expect that you're not going to get a 5-star on this banner, and just get a bunch of the 4 stars and actually work towards the next banner, because the pity rolling over, so every 90 attempts there's going to be a 5-star character that you're going to get, means that you can kind of fix your pulls. So in my case, on the previous banner, which was the Tartaglia banner, I rolled a bunch on that banner, and I was only 20 or so rolls away from a pity where I would absolutely 100% of the time get Tartaglia. With that, I did not want Tartaglia. So I wanted the 4 stars, and very luckily, I got an extra copy of Jean from that banner, which made it so that my next 5-star must be must be the 5-star that is on banner. So not rolling Child from that point meant that I got a bunch of the 4 stars, and I could choose for whatever next banner I wanted on the 5-star to get the character on that banner with 100% certainty, because that rollover happens. So anytime you roll a non-banner character, you know within your next 90 rolls, you will get the banner character on these character banners. So use that to your advantage. If you just rolled Kaching on the Child banner, and this is the Zhongli banner, and you don't want Zhongli, don't roll on this banner and wait until the 5-star that you do want, as your probability to get them is insanely way higher than if you just roll and then end up getting Zhongli, and then you kind of reset your pity both ways and put yourself very far away from a potential 5-star that you're going to want in the future. That's just setting yourself up in a smart way, especially for some of the characters that they have previewed to us, like Zhao and Ayaka. If you think one of them looks awesome and you're getting really close to your guaranteed pity for Zhongli, just wait and don't pull on this banner. So that's very important. Now let's talk about a couple of the other ways to get currency in this game and the other stuff that you can buy, as I think it is important to talk about whether or not it is worth it. So first and foremost is the recommended section here. We have the Blessing of the Welkin Moon. So the Blessing of the Welkin Moon is $5, and you get 300 gems up front, and you get 90 Primo Gems every day. So basically this works out where every 30 days you will have gotten 3,000 gems. And just to compare that directly with the $100 deal here, you are getting a way, way better rate as long as you can be patient. Basically, what it turns out to be is that $5 gives you 18.75 rolls a month, which means that $1 is worth about 4 rolls, which is, of course, way, way better than the 1 roll being $2 value of the Crystal Top-Up Pack's kind of maximum potential value without their first-time purchase bonus. With that, though, I will say that you are going to hit 5-star pity about once every 4.8 months if you are using only the Blessing of the Welkin Moon in order to get rolls and stuff. Obviously, you're going to earn Primo Gems and stuff through the in-game events and through the dailies and all some such other things, so it's actually going to usually be much faster than that. But just from the Blessing of the Welkin Moon, it is going to take you about $25 per 5-star. That is, I think, a much better rate. And by I think, I mean it definitely is a much better rate than $180 per 5-star. But of course, that does come with the overtime thing. And if you're patient, I think this is basically the best thing that you can buy in the game. With that, there is one other thing that we should talk about in terms of the value of your purchases, and that is the Battle Pass. So the Battle Pass is obviously, there are a bunch of items in here like Hero's Wits and Mystic Enhancements and Mora and all this other stuff that's nice to have in the game. But if you are someone that is going to spend money on this Battle Pass, I really just want to talk about the base raw value of the Battle Pass to any individual player that is going to get to level 50. Now, obviously this entire free track is available to all players, and I am not going to count any of that into the value proposition of the Battle Pass, because you don't have to spend any money to get that part no matter what you do. So how much is the paid track worth? So we got these 680 Primo Gems at the end, and these are going to be extremely, extremely important. These matter a lot. If you don't think you're going to get to level 50 on the Battle Pass, I would advise you probably to not buy the Battle Pass, as these make up a large amount of the value of it. Other items on here that we can easily convert into Primo Gems are 1, 2, 3, 4 Intertwined Fates. So those 4 Intertwined Fates plus the 680 Primo Gems at the end gives us 1,320 Primo Gems that you're going to get from the battle pass as long as you get to level 50. That is not counting the Mora or like the level up materials or like any of this other stuff that's on the battle pass. Just the raw rate of Primogems that you get out of this in effect. That gives us $1 equaling 132 Primogems, which is much better than the $100 pack, which is actually $1 per about 80 Primogems. So just on its absolute face, the Battle Pass is a better value proposition than the $100 pack that you can purchase on the Crystal top-up screen. So no matter what, as long as you're going to finish this, if you're planning to spend money in this game at all, kind of the hierarchy of what is most worth it is the Welkin Moon and then the Battle Pass, because both of them just have a much higher Primogem per dollar rate, and you're going to get more for your money. The Battle Pass has the added benefits of course, all of like the different XP items and Mora and Mystic Enhancement and stuff that you're going to be getting in here, which is all like nice to have as a bonus. And of course, the guaranteed 4-star weapon that you get to choose from per battle pass. Obviously, we're on our second battle pass now, so we know that these weapons are going to be recurring. And as a very quick little baby tier list for you guys that might be wondering what to pick up from here, I would say Black Sword is definitely the best, with a runner-up on the Solar Pearl, followed by the Serpent Spine, and then I would say the Viridescent Hunt and the Deathmatch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you are looking for kind of an easy way to look at kind of the value of these weapons, at least from my perspective. So the Battle Pass is very worth it. Like, you don't really even need to go into like, is the Mora worth this much or X worth this much or whatever. If you're planning on purchasing rolls at literally any given point and you're going to finish this thing, it is worthwhile for you to purchase the base level of the Battle Pass. And what I mean by the base level is the base level on the left here, not the Gnostic Chorus. It is incredibly less value in order for you to get the Gnostic Chorus. So unless you really value these profile backgrounds as a cosmetic personally for you, do not get the $20 version of the Battle Pass, as the value proposition there from a roll standpoint is considerably worse. Because obviously, at double the price, it becomes half as good, which it is then worse than the Crystal top-ups just in the shop in general. So I'd really advise the $10 one and pretty much never the $20 one unless those cosmetics really suit your fancy. So with all that being said, that should give you a really good idea on how to spend money in this game and what the value of any given thing is. Spend responsibly. And also, we're going to go over right at the end here, in case anyone doesn't understand from the explanation, how you should be using 1x and 10x wishes. So, history is a really important button here. If you click on history, it will show you your recent rolls. So you can see I got Zhongli very recently. It gives you the date, time, all the things for whenever you rolled. So I rolled Chongyun here, and then you can see exactly the exact amounts between all these rolls and things, and you can keep track of this otherwise, but it's very useful information that the game has in here for you. I will say if you are actively rolling, it does take a little bit to update, which is fully reasonable for it to add your new rolls in, but this is an incredibly useful thing. So what is so useful here is that whenever you feel like you are done with a banner, where like, for example, I got Zhongli, you should always examine how far into your 4-star pity you are. 5 stars reset your 4-star pity as well. So from where I am right now, I know that this Raven Bow, Cool Steel, and Magic Guide are 3 rolls towards my next 4-star item. So within my next 7 rolls, I am guaranteed to get a 4-star. So if you want one of the 4 stars on banner, like for example, I don't have Xinyan, so it is of a value to me to roll for this character, because then I would just have another character in my roster, and that's kind of nice to have. You can know how close you are to your next 4-star character, because very oftentimes you're going to be like 8 rolls in, and it's very easy to get 2 rolls within a couple of days of just like the in-game currency that you're going to be getting, especially if you're using the Welkin Moon every daily. And then you're just going to do 2 more rolls, see what your 4-star is, and move on. That is basically like the way to end cap your time with a banner. So just if you're paying attention to what 4 stars you would like, or if you know what 4 stars are upcoming, you can purposefully try not to hit your pity on that next 4 star and have your first roll maybe be the 4 star that you're really looking for on the next banner. So yeah, that's basically how 1x rolls should be used, as there is no statistical difference between rolling on 1x or 10x, as I mentioned earlier. Hopefully this video has been very helpful for you guys. It's just a big explanation on how things work and the value of things. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know if you would like to see any particular guides or like how characters work, or like a tier list or something from me on this game, as I would be happy to do any and all of those things. And I will see you tomorrow.